Thanks and welcome to the 6:15. Sorry for the late start. Of course, we had some technical problems. Let's begin with our headlines. Impassable from Bonandele to Bonamtumbe, Ntokoti, Lokbesu to Lendi and beyond, navigating the city's main arteries has become a daily nightmare to users. And back-to-school preparations intensify as households grappled with financial hardship to acquire school supplies. From growing and grooming and providing meals and planning, it is a Herculean task. And indomitable Lions of Cameroon will at 8 p.m. today clash with Eswatini at the Amadou Ahidjo Stadium in Yaoundé for their 7th or the 7th encounter qualifier for the World Cup. Football pundits are already predicting a high-stake encounter. Top stories.
Canal International.
And welcome. Check us on our respective platforms. We begin from Douala, where the economic capital is on a rehabilitation plan. This afternoon, the city mayor, this garbage. Ambo Gladys was at the city council and now reports.
The roads of Douala, Namatumbe, Ndokoti, Lokbesu to Lendi and beyond, navigating the city's main arteries has become a daily challenge for road users. Years of neglect, poor maintenance and heavy rains have left roads riddled with potholes across neighborhoods.
The roads are really bad, especially now during the rainy season. There are times people find it difficult. They have accidents on their way coming here, and that's like a big bullshit to us, not being able to have customers. Sometimes you have some friends that want to come to visit and to even see where you're walking, but it's a whole big shit because they cannot access the place. We've had several customers, several friends that on their way coming, they had to turn back with their vehicles because they could not make it here.
On Thursday, September 4, 2025, the city mayor, Roger Mbasandine, and his director of works outlined what they describe as a long overdue emergency rehabilitation plan to tackle the city's decaying infrastructure.
We have more restriction, more provision in the new contracts that we are going to sign with Isakam. If they are not able to mobilize more trucks.
According to the mayor, Douala's topography and extreme weather conditions are partly to blame for the rapid deterioration of roads. But the problem is worsened by inadequate waste management. Household garbage, often left uncollected for weeks, now overflow into roads, worsening road congestions. The city council attribute this to the significant drop in operational garbage trucks from 135 to just 40, while the city continues to generate at least 1,500 tons of waste each day.
We have repair almost 50% or 60% of all roads in the city.
Part of the emergency intervention, the Douala City Council has requested the Treasury to release funds to support local councils. Each of the 6 councils is set to receive 200 million francs CFA to acquire essential equipment for waste pre-collection and to support local cleanup initiatives.
In fact, the Maritime Brigade of the Douala Ports Authority has intercepted a huge consignment of counterfeit on the coast or off the coast of the southwest region and was destined for the local markets. Morindi.
These are the counterfeit medications valued at approximately 100 million francs CFA. The 32-carton consignment seized off the coast of the southwest region was intended for distribution in local markets. On August 31, the Maritime Brigade of Douala's Port Authority seized 32 cartons of counterfeit medicines during a patrol off southwest coast. According to the brigade's commander, the confiscated goods are estimated to be worth around 100 million francs CFA.
Nous avons interpellé une pirogue en provenance du Niger et voisin à destination du Cameroun.
The regional health delegation has declared the seized products unfit for consumption.
Vous en convenez avec moi que c'est un manque à gagner de l'État, les remèdes de contrebande, les contrefaçons de médicaments.
Authorities believe the shipment was destined for several health centers in Douala and in surrounding areas. At the time of the operation, 3 suspected traffickers managed to flee the scene. An investigation is currently on the way to dismantle the entire smuggling network responsible for this illicit trade.
3 occupants de l'embarcation ont plongé dans l'eau comme ils savent si bien le faire.
The seizure, Maritime Brigade authorities see, highlights ongoing efforts by Cameroonian authorities to combat the proliferation of counterfeit medicines which pose significant health risks to the population.
And in Cameroon, many family businesses are known to collapse with the demise of their founders. And of course, it's plagued by mistrust, family disputes, and poor succession plans. Ambo Gladys Dibang takes a look on some of these giant family businesses that have crumbled as a result of the departure of their founders.
It is becoming a familiar pattern, once thriving family-owned businesses shutting down, being sold off, or collapsing before the second generation take over. According to business analysts, the root of the problem lies in an over-reliance on trust rather than competence when it comes to leadership.
They work with people that they trust. They do not work with people who are competent. Is what we need to change, and something is really complicated when you introduce. Always have conflicts of interest.
Many of these businesses are built around a single dominant founder whose absence often leaves a significant leadership vacuum. The founder is often the central figure, and when they are no longer present, there is no clear direction or structure that guides the business forward.
But when they don't transmit those skills through learning and training to their wives and to their children, boys and girls alike, then the business, of course, will collapse. If the wife is just driving a beautiful car around and the children are just having a good time changing phones and changing clothes and so on, and not learning the process, how the father makes it to work, of course, when the father dies, they don't know what to do with all the wealth and what to do with all the systems he has put in place.
Analysts add that family-owned businesses should prioritize structured leadership transitions by investing in human capital.
What we have to do is to solve the matter of confidence and seeing that today what we need is to invest on human capital. Once you have kids who are well-trained, have no time to fight for all these kind of fights we have in the family's company.
The secret is in training, in parents, in men or women, training their partners and their children to be able to understand what exactly they do to put bread on their tables.
They argue succession planning remains a major gap. In many cases, founders retain control for 20 to 30 years, leaving little room for fresh leadership or modern business practices to take hold. This has left many family businesses ill-prepared for today's rapidly changing business environment.
Grappling with the final preparations from buying supplies to grooming and, of course, preparing meals for the children, it is a Herculean task, as we hear from you, Borindi.
In Douala's Japoma neighborhood, Advish's home reflects the energy of the season. Children are busy trying on school uniforms, freshly cleaned and adjusted for feet ready for the first day. I have registered my children for the moment. I have paid the first installment while waiting to complete the fees later. I have also bought books. Under the nearby shelter, girls are getting fresh braids. replacing old hairstyles in anticipation of the new term. Looking good for school is part of the tradition. I've taken my child to a beauty salon in order to ensure she has a good hairdo before school begins. For the rest, like the school needs like books and others, it's an obligation for us parents to purchase those items so the children can go back to school. In the neighboring homes, health takes priority. Parents are deworming their children, a key step in ensuring they are physically ready to learn, eat, and plan ahead of time. In the kitchen, mothers are planning weekly menus. One parent has already outlined nutrition's lunch options to keep their kids energized and focused at school. These moments of care and organization not only set the children up for success, but also build the excitement and confidence as the academic year begins, the parents cried out. With just days to go, parents across the country are making final purchases and adjustments, ensuring every child heads back to school prepared and proud.
Orphans of national security officers have equally received back-to-school supplies. 1,500 of them were assisted by the Association of the Wives of Police Officers. Hyacinth Chair was part of that ceremony in Yaoundé.
A festive atmosphere to accompany this solidarity gesture from the wives of national security personnel for children of deceased police officers. Just like the previous years, they bring smiles to these orphans by offering them school bags filled with school gadgets like books, manuals, and other essential tools for success. Complete kits to allow these primary, secondary, and higher education students to return to their respective classrooms with confidence.
À tous ces enfants, Madame la Présidente nationale de la POA nous charge de vous dire que la POA va œuvrer comme à l'accoutumée à vous apporter le soutien nécessaire dans la limite de nos moyens, dans le cadre de vos études et de votre insertion professionnelle.
The over 1,500 beneficiaries in Yaoundé express much gratitude, determination, and promises to pursue their studies.
À ces différentes actions, les orphelins se sentent véritablement les fils et filles de la nation.
Good manners of today, I'm very grateful. I will continue passing my exam and continue be disciplined and respectful and have good results.
The support praised by the government through the voice of the Minister of Social Affairs, Irene Pauline Guinée, as she presided over the ceremony on September 3rd at the Yaoundé Advanced Police School. She encouraged the POA members to continue the solidarity drive of giving hope and a future to the vulnerable children.
Thanks very much, Hyacinth. And the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon will at 8 p.m. today clash with Eswatini at the Amadou Ahidjo Stadium. And of course, the match is counting for D7 of the World Cup qualifier. Football pundits are already predicting a high-stake encounter. Hyacinth Cherry is standing by Yaoundé. Hello, Hyacinth.
Good evening and welcome to the Amadou Ahidjo Stadium here in Yaoundé, where supporters of the Indomitable Lions are gradually making their entry into the stadium to leave the very expected encounter between the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon and Eswatini, built for 8 p.m. here at the Infandena Stadium. Mark Breeze and his boys are looking forward to this match with a positive mindset, as they indicated yesterday during the pre-match press conference here in Yaoundé, knowing fully well that it's a match of all stakes. The match in South Africa, where Eswatini was hosting the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon, they all separated in an all-0 tie. And today, the Indomitable Lions, Vincent Aboubakar, team captain, and his teammates are supposed to do everything possible to grab a win against Eswatini here, to be able to match up with Cape Verde, that is currently top of the group, And of course, their next match, we all know, is against Cape Verde. And they have to do everything possible to grab a win this night here at the Amadou Ahidjo Stadium. And like I indicated, the fans are here ready to cheer the Lions to victory and hoping for nothing. Not even a draw, hoping for nothing, but for the indomitable Lions, for Andre Onana and his teammates to deliver the very much needed victory here this evening at the Amadou Ahidjo Stadium, where we shall be bringing you the updates of the encounter in our subsequent newscasts. At the moment, all eyes are on 8 p.m. as the two teams get into the field to battle out who comes out victorious at the end of the day. Hyacin Chia, Michel Foucault, Amadou Ahidjo Stadium. Back to you in the studio.
Oh, thanks very much, Hyacin Chia. Of course, we can wish the Lions well. Go Lions, go. Congratulations. And that draws the curtain for this edition of the 6:15 with me, Kejang Henry Atimbi. Thanking you for being there with us. Goodbye.